Hey, what's up guys? This is Roadstar. Alright, so I was telling you in my other video that I'm going to be showing you what steps to take before you do your BTR ECU kit install for your Veloster Turbo. And this, what I'm going to show you is the oil that BTR suggests that you get, which is right here. It is Motul 8100 X Clean, 5 to 30 weight. I guess this is a standard BMW oil, so I guess it's super good oil. I would not take a chance trying to buy any other oil that's supposedly 100% synthetic, because you're not going to argue with BTR, who made 500 horsepower Velosters and 1000 horsepower Genesis. So anyway, and then my oil filter of my choice was the Mobil 1 Extended Performance. Before I was normally when I buy oil, I do go for a Mobil 1 Extended Performance oil, but because of the BTR that I'm gonna be ECU I'm gonna be installing, you're gonna have to go forever with this. If you want to go shopping for it, I had to buy it online. I'm sure there's actual places where you could just buy this oil, but I got this one at ECS.com. Because it was cheaper. It actually came out to like $35, but after shipping and handling it wasn't that cheap after, so it came out at $55 versus getting it directly from BTR, because they have the same oil at BTR, but they want more money for it there from there. Actually, after brass taxes, it all came out to about nearly the same just buying it from BTR. But if you know a place where you can just get this oil, then that'll save you a lot of money. But anyway, yeah, here's step one. You're gonna want to do this, and the next step will be to do the oil catch cans. So here we go. Hey, what's up guys? This is Roadstar again. This is a video about how the importance of dual oil, not dual, but oil catch cans just in general. The reason why you want any kind of oil catch can set up in your car, even if it's stock or you're not going to run the car that hard that often, is because the design of the GDI engine, it's gasoline direct injection. So this specific design of a motor releases a lot of carbon buildup on the bottom side of your intake valves. Because the way the injectors are, they inject directly into the cylinder chambers instead of injecting into the cylinder head where the intake valves are. So in any other car that's also direct injection but not in the chambers, I don't know what that one would be called personally off the top of my head, and you guys can correct me. I'm fine with that. Those will spray gasoline into the valves, into the intake valves, and they'll clean themselves. The gasoline getting sprayed into the intake valves gets cleaned automatically, just because, so it prevents the carbon buildup. The GDI, on the other hand, does not do that. So over time, running your car hard, after like 20, 40, 60,000 miles, expect some serious loss in power. So yes, oil catch can your car, guys. Anybody with a GDI engine, this doesn't just go for Velosters, this goes for anybody with a GDI engine. A lot of people don't talk about that either, which kind of sucks. I'm trying to cover that too. It's kind of an important thing, so you don't end up being disappointed with, well, this is a crap car. It's like, it's not a total crap car, it's just there's procedures you need to take to make sure you preserve the performance of the car. So anyways, oil catch cans, yes, very important. That should be probably one of the first mods you should do to your car, aside from your intake, before you even start going crazy with everything else. Oil catch cans are not that expensive. The specific one that BTR sends to you is the ADDW1. I think you can buy it from their website, or you can also buy it from eBay or Amazon. I think eBay. You can buy it from eBay. ADDW1 baffled oil catch can. Make sure it's a baffled oil catch can, because you need that thing to be functional. You need it to be actually catching oil. Because and those are universal, and those are $90 each, and you can get them in all different colors that you want. If you want to be color matching and stuff with your paint job or secondary colors, you should just that you decide to choose. Do not try to go for something crazy. I heard that you can also get a HKS catch can, but they're not baffled. So that's kind of like diminishes the whole point of the catch can. But yes, GDI engines need catch cans. Specifically, BTR suggests that you do a dual catch can setup. And then your setup, I actually found out how you're supposed to do it. There's a diagram on Google that released an image of a diagram on how to do a dual oil catch can setup, where the catch cans need to intervene, and then finally, you know, placement for the oil catch can. So anyway, okay. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Roadstar. Here I'm gonna be showing you what I did for my oil catch can setup, like I was telling you before in my previous videos. I have two of them mounted, but I couldn't mount them exactly how BTR had done it, because we had discovered halfway through the install that BTR actually made their own custom bracket, so that way both oil catch cans can sit in the same spot, which was the whole point. We don't have that kind of metals or equipment around to like fabricate our own bracket, so we kind of did our own thing here. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you exactly what we did. Here's the engine bay. Here's oil catch can 1. We haven't done obviously all the connecting of the hoses yet, but we did mounting point 1 and mounting point 2. So mounting point 2, this whole area, that's where they have two oil catch cans here, but they have a custom bracket, so that way it comes more off of the body. And this, it doesn't get disturbed by any of this. That's the way they did it. That we discovered that, and we realized, well, we already have everything in pieces, might as well just make up our own way to do this. So we went ahead and put just one here, make it very functional, because it's more lower than the engine, because that's what they suggest that you do. Your oil catch can points are lower than the engine, then higher. We kind of had no choice to put the second one other than to put it over here. So we have this one here then. So whatever's a more higher source of carbon release from the engine bay, these are the intervening valves we're going to be doing, which is the one that goes from here to the intake system that normally sits here. And we're gonna do this, the actual the world famous PCV valve right here. So we're gonna intervene here. So what we're gonna do is directly, because there's obviously a connecting point that comes straight off of the hard cast manifold or hard cast valve cover. We're gonna go one here, probably go straight down into here, into the inlet, and then out of the outlet, go back up into here. And it's gonna go back into here and go through the entire rest of the system. Oil catch can 2, or 1 or 2, doesn't even really matter. This one is gonna intervene here. This is gonna have to go do some kind of traveling here, and then intervene here. We're probably gonna just take this whole thing off and just keep it, just in case like everything goes south. If anything, or God forbid, if anything went south with this motor, and just try to put it all back to stock. So that way I don't get my warranty voided. Yeah, this is the intervening point. We'll probably take this off, so that way I'll have a more direct way to just get straight over here and then come back here, and it'll just go back into the intake pipe. That's where the outlet will go. Alright, so let's continue. Alright guys, so I finally finished this thing. So here we go. Got this oil catch can here. Got it running. I did most of this just so I can get everything to fit under the valve cover, or the plastic cover, the engine cover. So I got that running. I got it running from here under, all the way under, over here, going out this way, and going back into the intake system. You know, this doesn't look, this looks kind of like, it's not really my taste, but this is kind of what I had to do as a last resort once I realized that I needed to work with this hose originally. This is the original hose that comes with your car. So I had to get this because it's actually bigger on one end than the other. So I had to reuse it because this was not going to work with the intake. So anyway, I got that done. And then we got the other one going from the PCV valve. Originally like I intended. Comes over here. See, the original hose for the PCV valve goes from here to right there. It goes straight from there to there. From here to there. But the inner bean, of course, for the oil catch can comes straight down here, runs down to the oil catch can into the inlet right here, comes out, and then runs back into here without any pinch points. Of course, you don't want no pinch points because then you'll disrupt flow of oil into your oil catch cans and airflow, of course. And finally, that's it. That's how I did my dual oil catch can setup, guys. There's obviously different ways of doing it, but this is how I did it. So anyways, alright guys, hope that was helpful for you. This is Veloster signing off. Have a good day. What's up guys? So finally I want to make an apology about a couple of things for this video, for the oil catch can video. Specifically how I kind of wanted to unbox the product for you guys, but everything started happening so quickly lately that I kind of just forgot to go ahead and do it. And there's other things you need to worry about other than just unboxing your catch cans. So there's one thing you need to worry about is you have to actually buy your own things, specifically for this car, the Veloster Turbo, because you're gonna have to buy a 3/8 fuel hose. And so this is the 3/8 fuel hose here. I bought this from Napa Auto. They sell it at about like somewhat of $1.50 per foot. For my specific setup, I bought 10 feet and I used nearly the entire 10 feet to do my setup that I had just shown you. Because the hose that comes with the oil catch cans is not a nice hose. It's a very ugly looking hose. But the whole reason is because it's a universal system, so it doesn't come with the parts that are necessary for your car. So I would have loved to unbox this for you and show you what's in the box, but I already have it all like in the car already. So, but this is the hose that it comes with. As you can see, it's very cheap looking, very low quality. I chose to go with the 3/8 fuel hose, rubber fuel hose from Napa Auto, just because another YouTuber did a oil catch can setup, and he also used the same exact kind of hose, 3/8 rubber fuel hose. So this is what I ended up using. I'm gonna read exactly what it says on there. I don't know if it's exactly what you'll end up buying for your car, but this is gonna work perfectly fine. If you really want to go all out, you can go buy some stainless steel hose, and you know, I've seen that before on some cars, but I feel like that's too much for me. You don't really need it that much. All you need to worry about is that when you do your install, that there's no pinch points to like trap oil or trap some type of flow. That's not what you want. You want consistent flow. So even if you have to draw extra hose into the system or into your route, just so it'll have like a smooth flow instead of like trying to do like some kink points, then you need to be careful with that. That's why I suggest you buy a lot of hose. Even if you want, go for 12 feet. I got 10 feet. I got away with my setup. You could definitely do a similar setup with luckily with my setup, the other thing I had to do myself and provide by myself was self-tapping screws. So on this one I have one self-tapping screw, and on the bottom one here I have two of them mounted directly to this part of the body here that continues down under my intake. So that's what I did. I have already driven the car. Everything's checking out. I don't have no check engine light on. Nothing's getting caught on the belt. Thank God. So yeah, this thing seems pretty good. It seems like it's on its route for the next step of the BTRcc ECU kit, which is going to be the spark plugs in the ECU that day. So, all right guys, one last thing I'm going to say to finish the whole video off. Now that I've been editing all the videos and putting them together, the probably most important thing is the materials you need to buy. Okay, so all you need to buy to complete your oil catch can setup is 10 feet or however many feet of 3/8 fuel line rubber hose from Napa Auto, and also 3/8 brass vacuum connectors. That's what it's called, brass vacuum connector. You can get them in plastic, but I wouldn't suggest that. Just get a brass one. So, and those run you about like $4 or $5 a piece, something like that. Anyways, all right, finally that's it. You have yourself a good day. Good luck.